You know, at some point I might get a call back from my boss. At Access. They were supposed to probably call me back like an hour ago, but you know, if it happens, then I'll try to I'll try to make it quick. Yeah, it's fine. I had also brought something up, a project to work on, so I needed to okay it as well. So it's okay. It's like a 50-50 thing. We're looking for Saint-Germain. We're looking for Saint-Germain. Who's off fighting Guinevere right now, right? She's game's still a little bit quiet. Hey. Hey, Van Helsing, you know, I don't know if you've ever been in love, but this shit happens. Huh?
きっとそれだけの理由があったんだろうけど、とりあえず何があったのか教えてもらえるかな。
Yeah, I know, right? Says the person we couldn't get to stop to go off on his own. That's like 90% of this game now that I think about it. Yeah, Mia, like, I can actually go into it into like a strenuous detail because not only did I just read it, I love it. Like, I think it's one of those things where it's like, I'm gonna like, I hope they make like a full ass movie out of it. Because if it's gonna follow one step after another, because literally this is the second event for this story, and they end the second event, or the first event ends and the second event starts like 2 days later, 2 to 3 days later, and then they end the event saying, oh, you got to go to this one place right now because one of your friends needs help. So it's like the stories, like, you're gonna play them year after year, but they're following the story very quickly. So I almost want them to make like a whole ass movie out of it, because it seems perfect. There's so many moving parts. There's politics and celestial beings and gods, and oh god, it's so cool. I love that shit. The interaction of like gods and humans, and like not having them too far off from one another in terms of understanding, but like you still, like, their gods are still super strong, but there's still like other parts to them as well. They're not just beings of power. Like one of them is timid, one of them's very timid, one of them's very overconfident, the other one is uninterested in the world, basically. And it's like they all have like these massive flaws that they get played upon them. And in fact, there's a part in the story, I'll just explain this part. There's a part in the story, the big boss is actually the three sisters, the gods that you know right now, the three. It's a manifestation of all of their worst nightmares and personality traits meshed into an illusion that is created by their second brother, which is essentially the god that they were broken off from. So the god that broke off into these 12 sisters, and then this guy creates an illusion for them to fight, basically. It's like, it's freaking crazy. It's so cool. And then, like, you know, you're spending like these 2 events talking about how these gods are crazy, and then all of a sudden, like, these politics get involved, and they're like, okay, there's like, the country has like a legit section of the government to deal with the gods, and like, they're just watching the gods constantly, and now they're like all scared because 3 of the gods are hanging out, and there's apparently a person that can deal with the gods well, and they're the master of one of the other operators in the game, and you're just like, who the hell is this dude? There's so much. I love it. I love it. When you have that many moving parts, but it still all makes sense, like, I'm such a big fan. I don't need all the characters to be playable, but I don't want all of the characters to matter. We exchanged some words. Yeah. That's all. We talked. Nothing else. We just talked. Nothing happened. Yeah, talk to Omnibus. That'll go great. She spent the entire time saying how it's your fault that Saint-Germain is Saint-Germain's gonna kill the universe because he wants to leave you alive. I'm sure talking to her won't do anything bad, I mean. Yeah, I'm explaining it really poorly, Mia, but I love it. Genuinely excited for the next version of this story. I'm glad that instead of like sort of randomly prodding around all the time, there's some stories that Arknights has decided that they want to continue and follow up on, and there's some stories that they're willing to let have its own little section and then continue on. And I think that's a really good balance because it makes you feel like there's continuity in the world, but it doesn't keep you from exploring every story possible, because now the cool thing is that almost every big operator, almost every operator gets a part of the story. You just have to either wait or find out where it is. Some of it's in the main story, some of it's in these side stories, stuff like that. They're actually got announced in the Chinese server that's not even out on the Chinese server just yet. They actually announced a set of side stories legitimately entirely for NPCs, like where are they now sort of things. And one or two of them are for bosses, like people you thought might have died. So I'm really interested to see like what all of that's about too. Like as of right now, it doesn't seem like there's any gameplay aspect to it. They're legit just introducing more story for characters. Like that's it. There's no extra shit to it. It's just like here's more story. Papa Lupon's not happy.
そいつは分かってる。妙な力を持ってるってこともな。たとえそのまま言えなくても、その時冷静に考えてりゃ、いろいろと方法はあったはずだろう。 お前を大切に思ってるのはサンだけじゃねえ。だから
I'm not mad, I'm just disappointed.
きちんと話をしてくれ。
You have to tell us these things.
ま、そもそも一番悪いのはいろいろ黙ってやがったサンだけ。
Oh yeah, Helba. I haven't read since like chapter like 700 or like 670 or something like that. But like I remember they telling a whole buggy story on the cover pages for One Piece. I thought that was such a cool thing to do.
それでチャラにしてやるよ。
ならば決まりだな。私も
They were really right when they said that
ここは協力してやろう。
Helsing might be Suabe's least sexy character in Otome's.
当然僕も協力
Because
するよ。
he's just a shithead.
インピーは
He's just a loner shithead. Like, that's
で
it.
もないっしょ。
And he just wants to shoot. Loner shithead shooty boy. Least man whorish. Sorry. My bad. My bad. Which is crazy to say because it is an important distinction. You are correct. You are correct. I misspoke and I am sorry. I did not mean to mischaracterize Suabe's characters. Don't get me wrong. But that is crazy to say considering Rindo's also a Suabe character.
お前は疲れてるだろうから少し休んどけ。でもじゃねえよ。 オムニブスとやらと交渉するのはお前の役目なんだ。そこで失敗すりゃ全てが水の泡。だから。
What if we just shoot Omnibus?
今から全力で考えておけ。
そうそう。
What if we just give Cardia a gun?
絶対に連れて行くからさ。
Why does it at no point does Cardia get a gun? This is the closest that's Collar X Malice. Wait, in Collar X Malice, does the protagonist get a gun?
Yeah.
She's Ricky Police. Oh, okay, gotcha. I don't want her to have it. I don't want her to have a gun because, like, you know, it's like standard issue. I want her to have a gun because she shoots. She takes it or she gets it from somebody. She's rather good at shooting it. Oh, okay. Collar X Malice. When I first started playing Atome's, Collar X Malice was another one that people would talk about literally all the time when I was streaming. And I think that was because it was the game that got announced before, or sorry, I think it came out before I joined, but like in like a couple months before or something. I think it was very close to when I joined Access. But I know people still like it. So it was the release before Pioforia. Okay, so my timeline's not too far off. Yeah, let's go, Delhi. Another game I bought, not realizing it was an Atome. That's funny. Off topic, but I'm looking for Google images for Orsawa, and despair is the only water that can nourish me line came up. What about it?
あ、約束しよう。ヘルシングとの件もまだ決着したわけではないからな。
Did I forget something about that line specifically? Oh.
もしお前が人の世界に絶
When
望
does
し
that
てし
get
まうこと
when
は
when does that
我が責任を持って庇護しよう。
when did they play that out again? Or when does that Right. God, Kanan. What a character. What can I use as ammunition with Omnibus? How about a gun? Could you use a real ammunition? What if you just shoot her? Problem solved? Actually no. You need to get Saint-Germain's immortality back, right? So now they're looking for their leverage. I like the idea that like Guinevere and Saint-Germain have just been fighting this entire time.
入ってもいいかな。
Like they are just duking it out somewhere right now, like for like 5-6 days.
うん、心配しないで。ちょっと寝てないだけだから。残念ながら。でも、伝えておきたいことがあるんだ。
Oh, right. They reintroduced the pendant in this story. I totally forgot. I was like, is it gonna... I thought it kind of... I completely forgot because I originally thought, oh, they're gonna do something very similar to Victor's route. That's why they brought the pendant back. But like, no, I forgot. Like...
そう。これはまず間違いなく、ホロロギウムを賢者の石にするためのキーアイテ
Oh.
ムだ。
So it's it does that. It still does that, I guess, but probably a different way now.
あの時も説明したけど、賢者の石が完成してしまえば。
Oh no, it's exactly the same. It's just in a different part of the story. It's the same. It's just interacting entirely differently. Or I mean, like it's a.
廃棄する方がいいのかもしれないね。 理論的にはね。貸してって何に使うつもりなの？
Oh boy, this is leverage, but it's not. It's not good leverage. This entire game is like either don't go do this on your own, or and then the other person going no, or like this whole game is like one person saying, I'm gonna go do this alone, and the other person saying, no, don't.
もし君が僕の予感通りのことをするつもりだとしたら、それは絶対に賛成できない。あまり
Yeah,
にも
Victor.
危険すぎる。
Yeah, Fran, scold her. That's stupid. Why would you do that?
君はそうまでして伯爵のことを。
Yeah, both things, like, they're off, like, Cardi is, like, trying to figure out what to do, and at the same time, they're just, like, fighting until one of them dies.
わかった。でも少し時間をもらえるかな。君がこれを持ち歩けるようにケースを用意するからさ。
Yeah, that is a rough
俺
knock.
だ、ルパンだ。見つかったぞ。イデアの本拠地が。
Oh, shit. All right. Plans changed. My leverage is that I'm going to put a bullet in her head. Let's do it.
フィーニスの口ぶりからすると、アイザックはイデアのことについて何か知ってるみたいだったからな。で、予想はドンピシャ。屋敷で見つかったのがこれだ。
Give Cardia a gun. I am with Vicky. Give Cardia a gun.
つまりアイザックの手記ということか。
ああ、どうもこいつはイデアに関しての研究メモらしい。暗号化されてて解読には苦労したが、イデアの本拠地の場所も書いてある。ああ、そこにイデアの
The
本拠地が。
Forest of Fog? Alright.
十中八九、間違いね。
What is this, a fucking Legend of Zelda area? Is this where I'm gonna find, like, the forest dungeon?
カルディ
I have to walk into the forest and get lost like 1,000
イデア
times?
の居場所が見つかったのはいいが、お前の準備はできているのか。
そうだよな。最終的には交渉が成功するかどうかだし。
Yeah, I mean, all of these games by this team seems to be just like JRPG as hell. It is what it is.
自分の身を交渉の手札に使うってマジで言ってんの？
Yes.
賛成できねえな。それはお前の身が危険す
All
ぎ
right,
る。
Papa Lupin, but this is the only thing I can think of. And Van Helsing won't give me a gun. MP's great. MP's great. I'm looking forward to seeing what the fan discs do with his story.
"いきなりだな。突然どうした？俺がお前を盗み出したのは自分のためだ。礼なんていらねえよ。迷いや恐怖があるなら逃げてもいいんだぞ。
The original Wawa. He's so good though.
お前が今逃げたとしても誰も文句を言ったりしね もし文句を言う奴がいても、俺がそいつを黙らせて、お前を連れて逃げてやってもいい。
Wow. What a good line to say before before we play Lupin's route.
そうか。本当にいいんだな。下手をすればお前はこの先、人のぬくもりを感じるどころか。そうか。先越されちまったな。
This game really is just like 5 people in love with Cardia. But like it never like it never stops anybody except for maybe Van Helsing. It's more like 4 people. It's more like 4 people and then plus a dude who really likes his guns. And no harm route. I know!
お前、さっきからありがとうって言ってばっかだな。そうか。
Give the people what they want. I really can't believe there isn't more of that. If these games aren't bought for indulgence, even if it's just not partly. Ooh. Turkey bacon. I have turkey bacon in the house pretty often because we don't eat pork in the house because most of my family's Muslim still. So whenever I feel like I want to treat myself for breakfast, I always make myself a breakfast sandwich, which is usually like eggs, turkey bacon, some sort of sliced meats, and some cheese and like avocado. And then maybe if I make a sauce too. Yeah, turkey bacon's nice. It's called the Forest of Fog. Yeah, that's the only thing I miss is that having pork bacon for cooking seems like super good. Like bacon's unique in the sense that like it gets its own fat to cook, which is like fantastic for cooking, but like, you know. Other than that, I'm kind of with you, Barry. Like I'm on bacon. It's not the most amazing thing in the world, but it is really good on sandwiches. I'm sorry, Mia. Yeah, I think yeah, bacon has a place in time. It's good mix, and eggs, like eggs, steak, and bacon is like almost something I made this morning. But they usually just go on sandwiches for me. Yeah, but butter tastes good, so I don't mind. I like how everybody walked into the Forest of Fog and went, "Ah, crap! Where'd all this fog come from?" Cool. You guys are great. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that you're sick, Donda. Make sure to keep some liquids in you. Go get some electrolytes if you can as well. No, but I can't put straight bacon grease into my eggs, you know? Yeah, it just like Vicky, everybody shows up and they went, "Oh my god, this fog's crazy." You can't if you're not a wimp? Oh my god. Butter fundamentally works better with eggs. Bacon grease is good and it will give eggs a nice extra flavor to it, but you can't just have bacon grease in there. Yeah, you can't just have grease eggs. That sounds awful. Like, if you're gonna make a French omelet, you can't use grease. Right? You have to use butter. That's like, you have to use it. It's necessity. The way that it treats eggs is far different. Bacon grease is... Wait. Helva, how are you going to bat for cooking eggs and bacon grease this much? You can't even eat eggs. I love eggs, so I eat eggs like all the time. Oh, I'm stupid. I did not put 2 and 2 together. And remember that when Omnibus was talking to Guinevere, that she was here, which is in the Forest of Fog. Also, this dog has a top hat. What are Gordon Ramsay style? What do they do? What does he do differently? I made like a steak scrambled eggs this morning, with just some like leftover steak from last night. And usually I just make it pretty simple, you know. Just some spices and salsa. Hey, how's it going? Alright, Cardia, drop kicker. Slow cook over low heat with cream. Super creamy. Okay. I'm lazy. I just put milk in it. Just put milk in my eggs. Get it a little... Get it up there. Throw some butter in there. Boom. Done. Lazy. But, I mean, it's essentially the same thing. Oh, yeah. I mean, when I make breakfast, I usually make it really fast, especially if I'm working. The only time I make slow breakfast is when I'm doing like a potato hash, where I really want to make the potatoes. Like, I want to make the potatoes a very certain way. Oh, you were forced to eat a lot of stuff as a kid? I gotcha. You know, I dislike a lot about myself, but one thing I've always been very thankful for is I've always had a very, very healthy appetite. I have almost never lost my appetite, and in fact, I pretty much can eat whenever. Like, even when if I watched a gory thing a second ago or something like that, I almost never lose my appetite. So I'm very thankful for that. I'm not picky, and I eat almost all the time. Stuffer spinach souffle. That was that killed X for me, Ference. Oh god. What is that like a package thing? Oh, it is like a package thing. This looks like way more spinach than souffle. Well, that's rude. Oh man, I'm sorry. I think sorry, my sister's texting me about something. It might be important, but she's dashing around it in 20 minutes. Okay. We might take a break on the hour mark because my sister needs a picture of the passport, so we'll give us a chance to get up and walk and stuff like that. What was I gonna say? I think that I might have something like that for me and wasabi, but I haven't had wasabi in like maybe a year. So I'm not sure. But when I was young, I have this whole like arc with sushi where my family used to constantly get just the most boring, basic sushi ever. And so I never really liked sushi all that much when I was a kid. But when I was a kid, my mom brought home sushi with a side of wasabi. And guess what? Young Sammy thought wasabi was, yeah, that's right. He thought it was guacamole, which he loved. So he took a big giant spoonful of that shit and he threw it in his mouth because that's what you do to guacamole. I think avocados are delicious. So it from that on, it like killed sushi for me for so long. But it was but everybody hated sushi. Like everybody loved sushi around me. Everybody was always like, oh, like when I was in high school, late high school, like early college, everybody would always be like, let's go out for sushi. Everybody always wanted to go out for sushi. I felt like such a wet blanket. Like every time I was like, oh, I don't like sushi, and they'd be like, oh, okay, we're not going there. We'll go somewhere else, or you know, something like that, right? So for like 3 years straight, I would constantly have like a piece of sushi and I'd be like, okay, I don't like this still. Like constantly. I wanted to like sushi so badly. I can't explain it. I was so mad that I didn't like something. And then one time when I went to Vegas with my cousins, my cousins' friends took me out to a really, really nice sushi place. And I told them, I was like, oh, I don't like sushi. And they're like, don't worry about it. If you don't like sushi, just get something else, but we'll get you a plate at least. And I was like, man, I've tried sushi for so long. I don't want to like, and they're like, no, we want to get sushi. So you're getting sushi. I was like, oh, okay, fine. So we go get sushi and they're like, just order any roll you think looks good. I ordered something called a tiger roll. And I love tiger rolls now, but before I ordered a tiger roll only because I was playing Sagat in Street Fighter 4 and he says tiger before everything, so I was like, okay, I'm getting a tiger roll, whatever. I was just like in a mood and I just got it. Ended up fucking loving it. And then from now on I like sushi. I'm still not the biggest fan of seafood. No, I could like I could eat like crunch rolls and stuff like that, but they were just boring. Like I didn't want to eat them. And then anything with like real fish I wasn't liking at the moment until I had that tiger roll, and then I really loved it. And then the second like real big boon that I had for sushi was getting a baked Alaskan roll, which was mwah! And I've been a crazy sushi fan ever since. I'm really sad I don't like other seafood. Like I don't really like crab all that much. I can kind of do without shrimp. I can eat shrimp, but I can do without shrimp. I don't like all the work that lobster takes to eat. Like all of that stuff is like I'm not a really big fan of. But I love fish. I love fish. Yeah, it really sucks. Like I really wish I liked more seafood because there's so much world for there's so much other world for seafood. Thank you, anonymous gifter, for the gifted sub. I'm sure Yoni will come in one day and be very surprised. Thank you so much. It's very kind of you. I love salmon as well, Donda. I love all kinds of fish. I love salmon and whitetail and tuna and halibut. I love fish. Fish tastes good. Tilapia. I make tilapia quite a bit at home. Have I had swordfish? No, I have not had swordfish, unfortunately. Seared salmon is great. Seared salmon is great. I do at home. At home I do a pan-seared salmon. This is one of my favorite things I've ever made. I do a pan-seared salmon in a light amount of neutral oil, and you pan-sear it on one side, and then what you do is you put the entire piece of salmon or the pieces of salmon and you put it into your cream sauce that you're making for like a pasta or something like that, and you cook the rest of the pasta for like 20 minutes in the pasta sauce with the fish, and the pasta sauce that's already hot will cook the salmon all the way through, and then give it like such a like rich creamy texture to it as well, because it's cooking in a cream based pasta sauce. And then you dump the pasta on top of it as well, and then boom, that's like a full meal. I really want to try swordfish though, now that you're bringing it up. Hell, but every single year I try to get my family to not eat turkey for Thanksgiving because I always want to try something new, and every year they want to have turkey. And it's nothing against turkey, I just want kebab more. I just want kebabs more often. That's it. I love kebabs. I just want to eat more. I want to eat kebabs all the time. We're Arab. Why aren't we eating kebab for Thanksgiving? Turkey is delicious. Turkey is delicious. Don't get me wrong, but I just fucking love kebab. Like I don't get feral for turkey. I get feral for kebabs. I see kebabs, I just want to like stuff all of it in my mouth at the same time.
神の知恵の一部をもたらした。それ以降、私は人の歩む歴史のすべてが見えている。私は
I gotta give Cardia a lot of credit here. She hasn't like just straight drop kicked Omnibus as soon as she's seen her. You know? Like if that was me, I would have kicked her out of her wheelchair like immediately. But you know, I guess you're magic, so it doesn't matter. I mean, this is obvious. Cardi is the best person in the story. Okay, yeah, but says you. Is Omnibus Eve? Oh god. I didn't put that together. I'm stupid. Oh, there's the freaking apple. Alright, I get it. I get it. I can understand symbolism. Oh, the dog's called Lilith. Jesus. Alright, never mind. I don't get symbolism. I'm an idiot. I'm sorry.
想像してごらんなさい。3人に1人が死んだの。例えば、ルパン、バン、フラン。この中で誰か1人が確実に死ぬとしたら、どう思う？
Yeah, but you know, that's different. That's different because I'm just a thing. I am just a person and I can affect literally nothing. You were talking about a disease. Omnibus sucks. She's just gaslighting me. She's just gaslighting Cardia. I need her to stop. She's just like, oh, look at you. You're just as bad as the Black Plague. No? I just want to live somewhere off to the side and not affect anything and live forever with my sus boyfriend. Is that too much to ask? We literally will both leave. We both won't do anything. Back when I was Christian, for some reason, super adamant that we don't know if it was an apple or not. Really? Wait, why? Isn't there like... But like, isn't that supposed to be like such a like a big symbol of like sin and temptation and all of that? Right? Well, why wouldn't you say... They think it might have been a pomegranate? Does it matter? Oh, we don't know if it was an apple or not. Oh, okay, okay, okay. This is like the least matteringest
脅して
thing
も無駄よ。ここにいる私は
possible.
幻影のようなものだから。
Some miscellaneous fruit of sin. Just had a thought.
Eh, そうよ。賢者の石は神の禁忌に触れる知恵の実。
Yeah, I mean,
こ
Pana,
れに至るあらゆる可能性を排除しなければいけないわ。世の人々を守るために。
oh my god, it's already 4:03. Okay, hold on. Pomegranates have a lot of pomegranates make more sense because pomegranates were of the region, right? So it definitely makes more sense that a pomegranate would be more for the symbolism. Okay. God. Give me like 2 seconds. Or we can take like a minute break in general because I have to go get this picture of my passport for my sister. So.
それは
Oh. Huh.
それは脅しになっていないわね。
Is it
分
not?
かっているのでしょ。完全な怪物となれば、あなたは
Yeah, but I won't know I'm
あらゆる
hated
ものを殺し
by everyone.
あらゆるものから憎まれ、
Cardi, she's calling you a bitch. She's telling you you won't do it.
絶対の孤独の中でしか生きられなくなる。あなたはそれを心から恐れている。
She's saying you won't do it.
口ではどれだけ気丈を晴れても、実際の行動には移せないわ。あなたは怪物にはなれない。エレインとエティの不幸を繰り返
Holy
す。
shit. You really need to kick her in the face. How dare you?
「本気なの？
Oh, she activated it? Oh shit.
「ホロロギウムを砕く」。あなたが死ぬということよ。あなたはなぜそこまで。
I love him, idiot.
まさかそれだけのことで、それで
God.
命を懸けようというの。
Oh shit.
わかったわ。あなたの言葉を飲みましょう、カルディア。 まずはペンダントを離しなさい。でないと本当に取り私としてはそう簡単にサンを許すわけにはいかないのだけど。
I mean, you can.
あなたの覚悟は見届けたわ。
You totally can. You're choosing not
条件
to.
をつけましょう。ギネビアを倒してみなさい。
Wait, what?
そうすればサンの命をつないであげます。
Wait, what? Why?
私の予知通りならば
Wait,
あなた
why?
とサンはギネビアには絶対に勝てない。
Defeat the final boss. Why? Doesn't the final boss work for you? Wait, wouldn't that do nothing?
最悪を導く予言が外れると言い張るなら
We're like,
自力で証明してみせなさい。私の予言は外れるということを。
you just said I wouldn't do it and then I did it. Obviously your predictions are fallible because I just said that you're wrong. Oh my god.
サンはイデアを裏切り死者を
Four? I thought he killed all of them.
殺しているわ。無条件で許すことはできない。
Yeah, but that one's your fault.
それにあなたがホロロギウムを自分で壊すという条件も譲れない。
I thought Guinevere was the last one. I was like, damn, he's fast.
これが私ができる最大の情報。
How is this a compromise? You're sending one of your other apostles to go die, and you're like, you know what? I can't forgive Saint-Germain. He killed 4 apostles. So we will forgive him by killing another apostle. Hello? Why is it the decision? I've learned my lesson. I've learned my lesson. This is an awful compromise. She's... in the same argument she's saying for herself, we've, like... You know what? No, screw you.
言ったでしょう。私にとっては最大の情報だ。
We'll deal with whether this is a bad ending or a lot later. Screw her. No, I saved beforehand.
当然
Just in case I died. I'm not trying to waste like another 15 minutes just trying
あな
to
たたちがそれを覆せるかどうか
fast read through to this point
それ
again.
が知りたいだけよ。ではこれからあなたをサンと引き合わせましょう。
You were like, prove my predictions are fallible. Okay, I did by putting the pendant to my chest. Alright, prove to me that you deserve it by killing one of my apostles, which is a punishment because you killed 4 of my apostles. You know, for living a really long time, you kind of suck
できるなら
at like this,
私
at
の
like
目に映る以外の
interactions.
未来もあるのだと証明してみせて。それは私にとっても救いなのだから。
Nope, nope, nope. Sorry, I don't feel bad for you yet.
ええ、神に誓って
I like how my sister asked for a picture of her passport, and I said I'd get it to her in 5 minutes. I got it to her in 4 minutes, and then she hasn't responded to me back after I asked her if it was okay.
今のところ
This is my
ギネビア
life.
が追いつ
This
く
is my
様
life
子
with
は
my
ない
family.
私は橋の欄干に背を預けるとゆっくりと息を吐き出した。これでもうどれほどの間彼女と刃を交えているのだろうか。ギネビアは強い。知ってはいたが、やはり彼女は別格だ。正面から戦い続ければ、
Saint-Germain narrating
こ
his
ちらが押され
own
るのは必死。
head thoughts is really
だから
weird.
私はこうして、
Like,
地の利を
it
生か
makes
し
you
て
feel like that
隙を狙って戦う
they
こと
had
しか
like
できない。
Saint-Germain's was maybe like the first one they wrote or something like that, or the first one that they voice acted or something, and they were like, okay, we're gonna do this for every single route. And then they got done with Saint-Germain's route and they're like, crap, we don't have enough time to do this for every character, and then they axed it for everybody else.
しかし、それももうすでに
Hey
限界
Hikaru,
に
thank you for
近い状
stopping
況だ
by.
った。
Hope you're having a good Friday.
私は自らの血で赤く濡れた手のひらを見つめる。不死の力の残滓、肉体の再生が追いつかないところを見ると、その力ももう消えか。やれやれ、困りましたね。ギネビア以外にも使徒はまだ。折れそうな心を支えながら私は拳を握る。
I'm doing alright. I'm doing alright.
ギネビア
I'm
の命も数えきれないほど奪っている。
a bunch of things to think about.
彼女も
But
その
I'm
度
doing
に
alright.
復活してはいるが、そろそろ限界が近づいてきているはずだ。
I'm hoping to have a productive weekend.
あと少し、あと少しのはず。どうかそれまで持ってくださいよ。私のそんな思いとは裏腹に、足はふらつき、視界はかすむ。そして私は欄干に背を預けたまま、ずるずると座り込んでしまった。かすむ視界には、ロンドンを象徴するタワーブリッジの異様が映っている。ギネビアから逃げながらここまで来てしまったが、最後の場がここになるとはなんとも皮肉な話だ。ここは私にとって彼女のぬくもりに触れた場所、そして彼女に別れを告げた場所。私の墓標にはふさわしいかも。つい
It's so weird
弱音
having
が
all of
唇
it
か
like
ら漏れた。
all of it voice acted.
結局私はあの時と何も変わっていなかったのかもしれない。彼だけはと誰かを救おうとして結局救うことができなかった。誰も救えず、誰も守れず、ただ死と苦しみだけを振りまいた。あの日と同じように。
Oh my god. All right, sorry. 1 second. Jesus. Ugh, you know what? You know what? I really hope people aren't dying for the next hour. So I'm putting my phone face down. Sick of this shit. God.
私はまた誰一人救えず
I'm not a good sibling. I'm over it.
守れないままか。
They can, if they spend the next 45 minutes not dying, then they get to, I'll look at my phone again. But until then, it's their fault. Oh, she got teleported there? I didn't know. I thought they just like put her back in the forest. Oh god.
夢でも幻でもなく、本当にあなたなのですね、カルディアさん。
This is a pretty good CG. Jesus.
本当なら私はあなたを咎めるべきなのでしょうね。私があれだけの覚悟を込めて危険から遠ざけたというのに、なぜまた私のもとへ戻ってきたのですか。けれど今、私はとても嬉しい。それこそ涙が出るようだ。今はただこのぬくもりだけでいい。もう一度あなたに会いたかった。
I don't know, but he's pretty beat up.
もう一度あなたの声を聞きたかった。この体が毒で溶け落ちようと、こうしてもう一度あなたを抱きしめたかった。本当に言葉はいらないのですか。愛していますよ、カルディア。
Oh boy.
ギネビアに勝てば私を助ける。
Oh, somebody didn't say the whole truth.
そう言ったのですか。そうですか。まさか
It's so weird seeing Saint-Germain's face up this close, because every time he's had his eyes open, he's been really far away, so it still looked like slightly closed, but like now you could like very clearly see his eyes.
ならばこの戦い、また一つ負けられない理由ができましたね。二人で生きるためにギネビアを倒さなければ。
Here's the final boss. The music says so.
こんなところまでサンを追いかけてくるとはね。オムニブスから話は聞いたわ。まさか彼女を脅すなんて思い切ったことをするのね。
I could not imagine, like, out of all the Otome love interests, I could not imagine cosplaying as Saint-Germain.
彼女は守ります。この私の命にかけて。
Did they have like the sweatiest arms in history after they took off their 30,000 clocks off their hands? I mean, you don't have to. We can just go kill Omnibus. Problem solved. Oh, that's smart. It shows how little I know about cosplay stuff. That CG is very, very good. That is also one of the best CGs of the game. I like Cardia's like, I'll help, and then they move so fast that like a normal human eye can't see them, and it's like, ah, wait, crap. Oh shit, Fran assist? Wait, are they here? Or did he have it on him? Like a vial. It's great here now. Oh boy. I like the idea that she stops so, like, she takes her first step into speed so hard it cracks the bridge. And that's some anime shit. I was about to say, like, if Cardia should have learned anything, it's to learn how to catch swords.
あなたを先に消すべきかしら。
かばわれてばかりで学校がつきませんね。レディの陰で震えているのは心身あるまじき声です。
Yeah, that meme's been around for a really long time. That meme's been around as a meme before memes were able to be made as memes.
私も一人の男として愛する女性のナイトを拾ってみたいんですよ。
I think I was too. I don't remember. I watched a lot of Simpsons as a kid. That was a big deal for me. It's almost very small amount of TV that I watched. I did not watch a lot of TV when I was a kid. Most of my TV watching was like The Simpsons and like Whose Line Is It Anyway? And then after that was the era of early mid 2000s Adult Swim. And that definitely had the worst effect on my humor ever. But I still hold that Space Ghost Coast to Coast is one of the best shows ever. My truly favorite old Adult Swim show is still Aqua Teen Hunger Force, but I have a big soft spot in my heart for Space Ghost and Harvey Birdman. Harvey Birdman's incredible. And Sea Lad 2021.
彼女を殺そうというのです。
決まっているでしょう。彼女が最悪の鍵となるから、たとえ本人に罪がなくても、正しき歴史のためにその根を断つ。それはイデアの使命なのだ。
Yeah, all of the reboot stuff for Harvey has not been great, unfortunately. But the old stuff's great. That stuff still holds up. There's some episodes of Harvey Birdman I think are just like the pinnacle of comedy. Yeah, I heard a lot of good things about Mike Tyson's Mysteries. Never watched it though.
救いたいと思ったからでしょう。そんなあなたと罪のないと分かっている者を殺そうというのですか。
何もかも今更よ。今更私は剣を引けない。私はイデアの使徒、運命の担い手、歴史の導き手、サンジェルマ。
Okay, but question, how do you know it's the correct path? You keep saying that, but do you know? You see the future? I mean, you guys always talk about, oh man, Saint-Germain didn't kill that one kid, and now the bubonic plague, like, messed up a third of Europe. Okay, but also, we're still here. Oh, speaking of anime. Holy shit. Was that Hirakawa?
大丈夫。かすり傷ですよ。
Oh shit, she's down.
まさに首の皮一枚。
Yeah, I mean, you can say that. We gotta go kill Omnibus.
終わりではありません。確実に彼女を処理する必
Oh,
要が
I
あり
like
ま
the
す。
little detail of all of his clocks being broken.
オムニブスの言葉を
Those seem like
疑うわけではありません
really
が
bad things to put on yourself while you're
条
fighting.
件である勝利の定義は定められていませんでしたから。
I noticed it immediately. I mean, it's kind of imagery, no? I can get imagery. I understand imagery.
「後で聞きますよ。今はまず目の前の脅威を。
Is he? The only other one I think could possibly get one would be Helsing. And if Helsing doesn't have one, then they don't. Helsing gets kind of messed up, but the only thing that you see from him is you see the CG.
ですから私たちが二人で生きるために無理とは。
I lied.
何をホロロギウムを壊せばあなたは死んでしまう。あなたは私を生かすために自ら死ぬというのですか。
For some reason, this moment for Cardia feels like far more of a betrayal than Saint-Germain's. Like, Saint-Germain essentially did the same thing in reverse, right? He's gonna give his life so that Cardia can live forever. But like the opposite has now felt like far more of a betrayal than the first one. Oh God.
終わったようね。
those dudes?
バカな。このタイミングで他の使徒まで。
She brought the other apostles as insurance.
逃げてください。カルディアさん。カルディアさん。
いい判断ね。この場において逃亡も
No, that's not
戦闘
true.
も行き着く先は
God, I can't believe nothing's gonna happen to her. I can't believe nothing's gonna happen to Omnibus. Card, Helba, you're talking so reasonably here. When these two literally, like, consistently gave up their lives for each other. Despite the entire time, both of them being like, I'm doing this so you can live, and the other person being like, please don't do this, it makes no sense. I can't live in a world without you. And they're like, alright, live in a world without me.
Sam, 彼女との約束よ。私はあなたを生きながらえさせる。
こんなこと私は望みません。私は彼女の幸せのために。
この交渉にあなたの意思は関係ないわ。
話してください。話せと言ってるんだ。カルディアさん。
彼女に感謝なさい。今あなたに今一度生を与えたとはいえ、イデアを離れるのだから、それも限りある命よ。治癒や再生能力は残してあげる。限りある生を必ず最後まで。
Oh shit, he'll grow old, but he has healing and regenerative powers. That's a good trade-off, I think. I'll take that.
それでホロロギウムを一つきなさい。
私にはもう何が正しいのかわからない。この手が犯した多くの罪の贖い方も、正義のありどころも、私自身のあり方も、けれどはっきりしていることがただ一つだけあります。
His scars are gone. That's a good attention to detail.
どんなことがあっても、私はあなたを失いたくない。
そう。それなら私たちが直接手を下すしかないわね。
待ってください。殺さないでください。
聞けないわ。
も もう少しだけ時間をください。必ず彼女がホロロギウムなしでも生きられる手段を探し出します。ホロロギウムを壊すのはそれからでも遅くないかと。お願いです。彼女を
Jesus.
私から奪わないでください。お願いします。私から彼女を奪わないでください。やっと見つけた大切な人なんです。私の生きる意味なんです。お願いします。オムニブス。
私からもお願いできませんか、オムニブス。
Oh, she's alive.
あなたの予言は絶対のもの。人を救済へと導く唯一のもの。しかし彼女はあなたの予言を打ち破りました。彼女にだけはあなたの予言を否定する権利があるように思えるのです。
カルディア、あなたに問うわ。あなたはどうしたい？では、やってみなさい。あなたがホロロギウムなしでも生きられる方法を必死で。
I swear to God she can do this. I swear to God Omnibus can do it herself. You're fucking magic. You literally teleported here.
ギネビアとサンを相手にすれば、使徒はますます数を減らすでしょう。イデアとしても、これ以上の損害は困るわ。けれど、ホロロギウムの破壊が不可能だと分かった時には、私は改めてあなたたちを狙うでしょう。その
カルディアさん、
この世界にとってあなたたちという存在が何を生み出すのか、今しばらくの間見守らせてもらうわ。
What?
私は真実を話しただけよ。
Well, this is probably the last time we see this design, so we'll say once
あ
again
な
that
たを殺そうとした私が言う
her
のは
armor freaking rules.
おかしな話ではあるけれど、私もオムニブスと同じ。あなたたちが幸せになれれば、私も少し救われる気がするから。
You know, I'm gonna be honest with you folks. I didn't expect magic. I expected a lot of things. I didn't expect magic. Guinevere is a good character, for sure. Guinevere is a very good character. Magic is the least weird thing here. Yeah, you might be right. It was more of just like I didn't expect it.
わざわざ手袋を拾うとは。いいえ、嬉しいだけです。今この瞬間、あなたを近くに感じられることが、数千年生きてきた中、これほど素晴らしい朝を私は経験したことがありません。私はこれからこうやって。
You know, I'm really surprised the crew never showed up. I thought that was going to be the turning point in the fight, and then Omnibus was going to be like, what the hell? Like, we didn't agree to you having all these people show up. And then something else would happen, but I guess the final moments have always just included the love interest and Cardia, so I guess that's not the weirdest thing. Zoom out further. What the hell? Yeah, this route did not have a lot of the crew. It was very much about the Apostle of Ideas and Saint-Germain. Are you telling me that rejecting her proposal was the right answer there? I gotta skip this just in case I get DMCA'd. Ow. That was I'll say something after we finish everything up.
こんなものかしら。不思議なものね。
Cardia becomes an apostle in the other ending? Oh shit. She become an apostle and like as a replacement for Saint-Germain?
ということかしら。
Okay, does Saint-Germain die or does he live in that in the other route? In the other thing.
昔を思い出したのよ。遠い遠い昔のことを。
Interesting. Okay. No, I mean that was a while ago. Yeah, in a roundabout way.
どうしましたカルディアさん。今日はだいぶ歩きましたし、そろそろ休憩でも取りましょうか。
Stop where? Just dirt. Wait, why don't we just ask Victor? Isn't Victor our best route to solving the Horologium issue?
日陰ですし、涼しそうでいいですね。
Doesn't Victor know like the second most out of everybody? The first being Isaac, who's dead? I guess that's less romantic than a heartful journey across the countries. Yeah, but even before that, even outside of his route, I mean, he's still the most knowledgeable person about the Horologium. Second most. He is by far the most equipped to deal with this. Let's say that. Let's put it that way. He is by far the most equipped person in the world to deal with this Horologium issue. There you go. We will solve this issue with romance. Everybody else in the party is like, didn't he just kill you the last time you did that? Or didn't he try to kill you the last time you guys did this? It's like, yeah, but it's different. It's different this time.
彼女を殺そうとしたのは事情があったからだって聞いて
Fran.
それでもさすがに
I heard he had a good reason, but I still don't like it. Yeah, the whole gang. The whole gang. Impy was the only one who was supportive. Oh man. The whole gang is like, we're only letting you off because Cardia said so. Because if it was up to me, you'd be dead forever, even if you couldn't die. Impy's a good lad. Impy's a good lad, for sure. Okay, we're at 5 o'clock, so we'll do the fan servicey bit, and then we'll call it there. I might say 1 or 2 words afterwards, depending on how long the fan service one bit is. And then Finale Boy on Tuesday. That's right. I like that in every route, except for the final route, or Van Helsing's route, these two end up together in a nice way, in some way, shape, or form. They're just like, yeah, Helsing is now Delhi's like second-hand man. It's even cuter in Wintertide Miracles. Oh God.
寂しいですか? なるほど。私との二人旅はお気に召さないと。もですか。皆の話もいいですが。
I like the idea that everybody who doesn't know Saint-Germain as well thinks all of his faces look the same, and they still do to us, the players, because we're looking at it from our untrained eye, but Cardia, with her newly trained eye from seeing Saint-Germain so close so often, can tell all of Saint-Germain's moods now. Oh boy. I know, right? Can Shellbell, considering that my first one took a year and a half. So considering my first one took all of 2021. But Code Realizes was necessary, right? This game is... you guys can correct me if I'm wrong, but judging from everybody's reaction to Code Realize and the game that it is, and the game that sort of... the game that it is, I should say. Code Realize, I think Code Realize can be considered to be a pretty important game in Otome. In terms of its value and its like its size in like not size as in like length, like size in terms of its popularity. Yeah, in terms of Western players, yeah. I think in terms of its popularity, it's kind of a big deal, right? So I think that's 2 fan discs. Yeah, that alone I think kind of proves it, right? Huh. Twitch took a dump. That was not me. That was Twitch. I did not drop it. I did not drop any frames or Twitch's connection cut there. That was unique. I don't think I've ever had it straight cut. I've had Twitch lag, but I've never had Twitch like straight drop my feed. Very weird. Whatever. It wasn't that long. No big deal. I was about to say, in terms of romance for the games, right? Actually, I'll bring. I guess it's fine. It's relevant right now, so talk about it. In terms of romance for this route, as opposed to all of the other routes, there feels like there's far more jealousy in this route than there is in any of the other ones, right? Like, I think a lot of the other ones, a lot of the other love interests sort of accept that Cardia fell in love with somebody else. Yeah, right. Saint-Germain, I can get the idea of his, like, being slightly possessive, but, like, he's kind of rubbing it in here. And even Lupin says, has some sly remarks about him saying that, like, Saint-Germain's the one who won and stuff like that. Like, it's everybody else, too. That isn't, that it's not the case in any of the other routes. Like, especially Lupin's happy for Cardia and whoever in all of the other routes. In a non-jealous way entirely. And this one, he's very much jealous. And it might be that they just played up Lupin and the others in this way just to be the opposite side to Saint-Germain. So it's like Saint-Germain's slight possessiveness is also plays into Lupin's jealousy. but it's still different than everybody else's.
本物のキスは旅が終わって毒が抜けるまでお預けですか。これはまた。
But I do like the idea that like Saint Germain's like, ah, I'm the only one who could do this, so obviously it was meant to be, right? Like, it has to be. I'm the only person who's ever lived who has the ability to do this with you. I know, right? I like the idea that Saint Germain's gotten good enough at like kissing her just enough to not have his lips melt off. He's just like, oh, just a little bit. It stings, but you know, it's not that bad.
空も星もゆっくりとしかし確実に変わっていく。
That's true, Mia. But I still feel like the comments that he made was still far more jealous than any of the other routes. Like, you could have played another route where he was just like, ah, dang it. Didn't work out for me. That sucks. Oh well, I'm happy for you, Cardia. Like, you're right. It definitely ups the ante of losing, but like losing in the love war, I guess. But yeah, I mean, it's interesting. They definitely chose to do that. It was definitely a very deliberate decision. So, you know, up to them.
愛していますよ、カルディア。
Oh boy, Cardia. Yeah, far more evident. As we fill up the last square. Fill up the last square. Dun da da dun. Rectangle. Fill the last rectangle. My bad. Oh shit! It's a good picture. Ugh. Yeah, Vicky, they just updated him after everybody yelled at them for like 2 weeks. An art commission so incredible you forget to eat. Remember when rich people used to, you know, patronize the arts? Helba, my guess is that it's a big piece of cardio. It's either a big piece of cardia or it's a big piece of himself. Can you wait a little longer? All right, I'm coming in. Alright. There isn't even nudity in this one, and it's still mad hot. What the hell?
すみません。今着替えをしている最中なんです。
That's a lot of back.
ああ、これですか。着物と呼ばれる極東の衣服なのだそうです。これはかなりの一品ですよ。おや、どうしてですか？
I heard this is called a kimono.
?よく覚えていましたね。けれど今は問題ありません。あなたに肌を見せること。私はそれに抵抗がありませんから。ああ、もちろん。あなたが嫌でなければの話ではありますが。純粋で無垢な証拠ですね。恥じらうあなたも見てみたいものですが、それはまたいつかの楽しみにとっておき。
I must teach you sensibilities so then I can also play so I can also prey on them.
そういう未来もあるかもしれません。
Alright, I was joking, Saint-Germain.
ああ、これはお香というものです。アジアには香木を焚くことで気持ちを落ち着かせたり、その香りを身に
And
まとう
thus
とする習慣があり
Saint-Germain
ます。
turns into a weeb.
この煙もその一つです。ああ、すみません。実は少し困っているところなんですよ。この着物を着ようとしてみたのはいいのですが、どうやって着ればいいのかわからなくて。
My desire to see him wear the Komodo
一人で
crows.
悩むよりも手伝ってもらった方がいいかもしれませんね。お願いできますか、カルディアさん。
I want to see him wear it.
そこまでは私もなんとなくは。問題はそこなんです。これでも東洋の文献はそこそこ読んでいるのですが。
You know, at least using the word Orient is period
い
accurate.
やはや知識のない自分が恨めしい。わかりました。
That's how we get there?
サンちゃん、彼女来なかった。
Oh no, Impy,
早く
no!
飯冷めちまうよ。
Impy, no! Not. Oh my god, Cardia.
ああ、なるほど。それはいい考えですね。
Saint-Germain's such an asshole. Cardia's like, yeah, we need a third opinion. Saint-Germain's like, yeah, we need a third opinion.
あれ、カルディアちゃん、なんだ、やっぱサンちゃんの部屋にいたのか。なになに、なん
インピー、私のことなら気にせず、どうぞ。
カルディアちゃん、なんでサンちゃんの服を脱がせて。俺の女神が
Saint-Germain is... What an asshole. What an asshole! Okay, his extra is by far the funniest. That was really funny. Oh man, that was really, really funny. I did not expect that in the slightest. Oh man. You know, hold on as we get this put up. You know what's really how do I say? I think that while I did like the direction in which the story went for this route, I'm going to be honest. I think it almost entirely hinges on Daisuke Hirakawa doing the exact act that he did. And what I mean by that is that for the character Saint-Germain, there's like Saint-Germain's route as a character follows the story in terms of it climaxing at the exact moment, right? And what I mean by that is that like Saint-Germain sort of like losing his composure more and more as he goes along the entirety of the story, right? And like in the very beginning, Saint-Germain's like trying to kill her, right? And he constantly breaks down a little bit every time Cardia does something he doesn't expect, where he was like, why are you okay with me killing you? This doesn't make any sense. Or like, if you were to just like resist, this would be easy, like stuff like that, right? And he would it would constantly make him like a little bit more flustered every single time, and he starts giving up little bits and pieces of information that probably wouldn't have happened if things were going normally. And then you add on top of the fact that he thought of Cardia as somebody like him, somebody who could understand him like personally. And then when he couldn't eventually kill her, and then he sort of goes through this sort of like period in terms of like his thought process where he's like, I don't know why I can't do this. I understand this is going to be a problem. He sees Omnibus. They go for it one more time. They do that scene at the bridge, and he goes, well, crap, I can't kill her. And even through all of that, once he's found his resolve as a character and decides he's going to kill for Cardia, the entirety of that story, even when he fights Guinevere, he keeps his normal Saint-Germain attitude and demeanor until he gets to the very, very last moment where it starts unraveling more and more, because he first realizes that, oh, I didn't save Cardia, and then Cardia shows up and he goes, okay, well, I have to save her because Omnibus gave me this sort of ultimatum where if I don't save her, then, you know, she dies, so I have to save her. And then he saves her, and then he realizes that that wasn't the whole story, and then he starts unraveling more and more. So the whole story is about him just sort of being this like statue of sorts and being like an uncrackable human being, which makes sense for somebody who's lived for so long. And then he just starts like falling apart more and more and more. And I think you can only do that if you had someone like Hirakawa voice it, because the unraveling isn't all the same. It isn't just him getting louder. It's him murmuring, it's him being quieter, it's him showing a little bit of like a frustration in his voice. There's a lot that went into sort of putting it together, and it's not all just getting louder or getting more desperate. Some of it's like very, very like nuanced, and then you get into it more and more, and then he starts like, so when he finally loses it and he starts like really, really yelling, it comes to you as like a big shock, even though you've watched his loss of composure as you've gone along, because he's never been that loud still. But the character, or Hirakawa, still find a way to make you feel like the character's losing his composure despite never reaching that volume or that desperation at the end. So that's what I mean in terms of like, the voice acting was so good that it really made the story. I still really like the story. The story of like fate and infinite lives and destroying, doing what is necessary and all that stuff's really good. Don't get me wrong. I still really like the story, but I think for the most part, the story is good because Saint-Germain, the character, both written and voice acted. I think that's without that, I don't think the route would have been as good. Like Saint-Germain as a character, they save so much of that character for the route, and it pays off. At least I believe. Because almost every other character sort of divulges some of their characteristics within the story, within the common route. Saint-Germain almost entirely stays a mystery. Even when he kills Finis, like killing Finis kind of doesn't do much. I think maybe if I were to write the character, if I had to write that part, I would maybe write a different character killing Finis every single time. But after you hear Saint-Germain's story, you're like, oh, he's the most equipped to do this. He's the person who understands infinite beings and infinite lives and stuff like that the most. And it would take far more writing, but it only makes sense in one route. That's such a nitpick. It's like almost unnecessary. It's a good story though. I really liked it. I really did like this one. I like this one quite a bit.